You thought you won the race of life by outrunning everyone else. But the truth is, you were just the lucky one, chosen by chance out of 300 million brothers. The starting gun fired, and you were instantly thrown into a deadly acidic ocean with an extremely low pH. Countless pioneers, poorly equipped and protected by fragile cell membranes, were burned away and eliminated in seconds, becoming nothing more than the foundation of the track beneath you. But thanks to the natural resilience gifted by your genes, you staggered through that sea of death. Just when you barely escaped the acid pool, another nightmare waited ahead. A sticky swamp like liquid glue. So many of your brothers whipped their tails like propellers, only to become trapped, unable to move, slowly exhausting themselves to death. You fought so hard your tail nearly snapped off, before barely crawling your way out of that tangled mess. At last, you reached the gates of the palace, the entrance to the uterus. But the security there was ruthless. Immune system sentries patrolled everywhere. Many of your brothers, dressed too plainly, with too few glycoproteins on their surface, were instantly identified as intruders and swallowed whole on the spot. Luckily, you were born wrapped in a thick sugary coating, like wearing an invisibility cloak. You slipped past security and entered the uterus unnoticed. But once inside, you faced another problem. Two separate paths ahead. Both fallopian tubes were packed with desperate competitors. Everyone rushed forward without hesitation. But the egg would only be waiting in one of them. Choose wrong, and it was certain death. The moment of fate had arrived. Unlike the others, you didn't blindly charge ahead. You paused for just a few seconds to look around. And somehow, by pure coincidence, you drifted into the right side. Only later would it become clear. The left path was a dead end. Everyone who rushed into it was doomed. And the right side? That was where the one and only egg was waiting. But the egg itself was protected by an impenetrable shield. The brothers who arrived before you smashed themselves against it until they were battered and broken. Yet they couldn't leave so much as a scratch. You rammed into it several times yourself, so exhausted you could barely move anymore. And just when you were about to give up, crack! A tiny opening suddenly appeared. What you didn't realize was that countless brothers before you had already weakened that exact spot through repeated impacts. The shield had been on the verge of collapse all along. You seized the moment and used your last remaining strength to squeeze inside. The instant you entered, the egg released a signal. The shield hardened shut immediately, locking out every jealous competitor left outside forever. This race may look like you won through talent and determination, but in reality, every step was survivor's bias. Without the sacrifice of those 300 million brothers charging ahead of you, you would have been stopped long before the halfway point. And choosing the correct path? That wasn't calm intelligence. That was luck standing on your side. Not to mention the egg happened to be released at exactly the right time, while you were born with a thicker protective coating and a stronger motor than most. Those advantages existed before the race even began, placing you somewhere others could never reach. So really, there's no such thing as a chosen one. Only inevitability created by countless accidents and coincidences. You and I are both lucky survivors. And behind each of us stand 300 million fallen souls, deserving a silent salute.